Hello. It's going to be a quick one, apparently, because I took too long creating exactly what I wanted to say for this podcast. So I'm just going to jump straight in. I'm going to have the comments open here. If you've got anything, let me know. I'm actually going to post this into the Busy Women's group because usually I go then. And if you're a client, you should be here. Okay, let's grab it. Go. Guys, we were looking at photo shoots for our clients and we were like trying to work it out. We thought, okay, maybe we'll do it like end of August, beginning of September. That's like 13 weeks. It's not even that anymore. It's like 12 and a half weeks. It is crazy. Hey, Deborah. But summer is going to be here before we know it. It is practically here. So I've heard apparently anyway. Okay, let's share this to my group. Finally, I've got there. Okay. Hey, recording podcast. Come say hi. So this is going to be out next week. I've already put out one this week. Hopefully you guys have heard it. Okay, I'm going to start my video for the podcast, and we're going to start recording. Okay, let's get comfortable. Okay. Let me move you here so I can kind of see both at the same time. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Hangry and Hormonal podcast. Welcome to another episode. Today, we're going to be talking about the mistakes that I see women over 35 making when they're trying to lose weight for summer. To me, they're like obvious. But I keep speaking to people keep coming to me and saying, I'm doing this and this isn't working, I'm doing this and that's not working, I'm stuck, whatever. So I've written down 5 of the things that are the reasons, the 5 reasons you're still stuck, even though you know better, right? Specifically for women over 35. If you're under 35, less applicable, you can get away with anything. Over 35, I don't say fucked, but it's way more difficult, okay? So, as you guys know, I'm recording this at the same time as my live. So if you're in here, say hi, what is up? And I will reply. So problem number 1 is that you're not lifting weights. Summer comes and you're like, oh my God, I need to lose some weight. I still can't fit into my clothes. I'm still super uncomfortable. I look like shit. I wish it was winter. I wish I could wear my hoodie. I've been hiding over the last 6 to 8 months. And I can't wait to get back into my winter clothes, right? How many of you guys have said that? So instead of being comfortable, you wear like the oversized maxi dress and the denim jacket because you don't want to get your arms out. And the maxi dress is like flowy, so you can wear that and not really worry about what's underneath, even though you wish you could wear the things that you see other people wear and you're like, why? And the worst thing, I've said this before, the worst thing is office outfits. Like, what do you wear? If you're a nurse, you're wearing scrubs, right? But like, if you work in an office, what do you wear in summer that is comfortable? So you decide you're going to go on this weight loss kick. Like, I'm going to lose a stone in 2 weeks. I'm going to do it, which is possible. And what's the first thing you go to? HIIT. Anything that makes you sweat. Anything that you're like dripping. Ideally in a dark room with bright lights and loud music, like spin. So no one can see your shame dripping off you. And you think that sweating more equals better results. You probably heard that phrase, like, sweat is fat crying. It is not. Please stop saying that. So you push, you've got classes, you're doing boot camps, you're doing cardio, and you think that the fat will just melt away because you're sweating, right? And you're burning calories, making you hot, making you sweat, burn calories on the floor. That's not what happens. HIIT can actually add to your stress because we all know women over 35 are stressed. over 50% of women, I think it's like 58% of women say that they are stressed. And I've spoken to some women who are like, yeah, my stress like a 2 out of 10. And then I'm like, but you're looking after your parents, you've got kids, you've got a full-time job, and your partner's away. You're not stressed. And they're like, I just deal with it. So even though they've got a lot going on, they are stressed. They either disengage or they just push through. They think that they're not stressed, but they are. So your body is already maxed out. You do not need HIIT on top of it. And when you are over 35, every decade you start to lose about 3 to 8% of muscle, which you might think, oh, that's not much, 3 to 8%. I could deal with that as long as I look skinny. But the problem is, if you didn't go into menopause, if you didn't go into middle age, I can't believe 35 is middle age. If you didn't go into it with a lot of muscle, as you start to age, you haven't got much reserves. So you're going to lose it more quickly. So you don't want to lose 8% every decade. I think I said that. So 3 to 8% every decade, you will lose of muscle mass if you do not keep it up. So you should be looking for strength-based exercise, anything that's going to make you strong, not sweaty. You do not have to sweat to have a good workout. And if you're not lifting with intention, you don't want like a random free program that you've just downloaded off Pinterest, right? Because they're made for 18-year-old influencers who've got no stress in their lives and who could just look at a salad and drop 20 pounds, right? They're not made for us. They're not made for us. We look at a chocolate brownie and we're like, whoa, it's 4 pounds. Great. Love it. So you need to be building muscle. Not only does it help with metabolism and hormones and all those kinds of things, but it also changes your shape. You don't want to be a smaller version of yourself where you're still sad, uncomfortable, and unhappy. You want to be strong and confident. So you need to build the body there's a different shape, not just a smaller version of yourself. Want to build. So you need to make sure you've got a right workout program for you and your lifestyle and your age and challenges. Okay, the next one is you're eating less, so you feel like crap. You're eating less, so you feel like crap, and then you end up binging, right? How often does that happen? We're like, I'm going to be fine. I can power through. And it comes to like 7 p.m. You've had the worst day ever. You're at the meeting with the client or colleague that you hate. It's a bit of a strong word, but they piss you off. And now you're like Oreo galore, or you've got your wine out. And then the deficit that you built up through the day is just gone because you've just eaten it back. And it's not just because you're stressed, right? Or because you haven't got discipline, or you haven't got willpower, or you haven't got motivation. That's not the point. The point is that your body is working against your goal. And we need to make our body work with our goal and towards our goal to make it easier to get there. So we need to look at it not just on a behavioral point of view of like, I'm eating shit, more of like how can I physiologically make this easier so I can get to my goal? So you're eating less, you've got less energy, of course, right? Calories are energy. So you eat energy, you get it. If you eat too much energy, it gets stored as fat. That's essentially what a calorie is. So calorie, if you overeat your calories / energy, you don't use your energy through movement or brain function or muscle retention, you lose the use of those pieces of energy and they get stored as fat for future, in case you need it in future. So you start to binge, you restrict, you binge, you start again Monday every single week. You get to HIIT classes, you eat the salad, you drink the shakes, you skip breakfast, you do all the things and it's still not working. You're tired, you're fatigued, and you're pissed off. You're hungry and hormonal. There we go. So the body isn't responding because you're starving it, essentially. You're underfueling, and then that creates these conditions that create cravings, mood swings, irritability, poor sleep, and weight gain. Your metabolism can't be tricked. It has to be supported. So you need to make sure you're doing that with your food. You are chasing, number 3. The problem is you're chasing results that aren't in alignment with you. And they're not your current reality. So many people are like, I want toned arms, I want a flat stomach, I want lots of energy, I want to be able to do the things I want to do. But when you're looking at those kinds of results, you're often looking at influencers in the early 20s that's their sole job, right? Is to look good, to post on social media, and they haven't got any other stress in their life. You may also follow people who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they look, and beyond, and they look incredible. But the difference between you and them, and this is going to be a hard smack in the face for you, the difference between you and the person who is where you want to be is that you aren't willing to change enough. I get people all the time, they're like, I want to tone up and I want to build muscle and I want to lose my belly fat and I want energy and I want to be hormonally sound and I want to lose my bloating. But what they don't want to do is change their drinking that they do every week with the girls. They don't want to stop having takeaways. They don't want to go out for walks. They don't want to go to bed on time. They want to sit in bed and binge Netflix and pizza, which sounds great, right? But that is not in alignment for what they want in their goals. So sometimes we have to put aside what we want now for what we want in our future. Choose what is hard now for what we want in our future. And so your goals need to line up with your lifestyle that you're willing to have and you're willing to compromise. If you're not willing to increase protein and track food and hit your fiber, you need to reduce your expectations because you're not going to get to where you want to be. If you're not willing to lift, if you're not willing to lift heavy, you're not going to build muscle. So you're not going to look the way you want to look. You have to either compromise on your current lifestyle or change your current lifestyle, or compromise or change your results, the goal, what that you want. It is your choice. You have to choose. And that's the reality check. So your results don't currently match your reality. Next thing is you think you're eating healthy. You think you're eating healthy. You're like, I've changed. Faye, I have changed. I'm not having cereal anymore for breakfast. I'm having eggs and avocado and sometimes salmon. If it's the weekend, I have some smoked salmon on sourdough. And I have a little bit of sneaky bit butter on there as well. Love it. Sounds delicious. Tons of calories. That's probably your whole daily calorie allowance, or at least half, maybe more, in that one meal. Avocado, high in fat. Butter, high in fat. Eggs, high in fat. Salmon, high in fat. I'm not saying that these things aren't healthy. What I am saying is calories still matter whether they are healthy and clean or not. The cereal that you're eating may have been 300 calories, if that. But now you're eating 700, 800, depending on what you have, 800, 1,000 plus calories in one meal, right? You throw in 3 or 4 eggs, a couple of slices of sourdough. No one just has 2, like it's half a loaf or nothing, right? You have salmon, got a ton. You put the butter on butter on some warm sourdough, delish. And avocado, smashed avocado, because you saw it in some healthy magazine. They were like, smashed avocado on toast with salmon. You're like, that looks good. That girl looks lean. I'll just do that. But now you're eating 3 times the amount of calories in that one meal than you were before. Are cereals the best thing to be having? No. But calories still matter. So you still have to track. You still have to be consciously aware of the food that you put into mouth, the amount of calories, the nutritional value. And it seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of information that I'm like throwing at you. And you may be saying, oh, fuck it. I may as well just eat shit then. The health benefits from the healthy foods or the cleaner foods are far more important and far more prevalent than the ones in the cereal. But calorie for calorie, you've got to balance the books, right? You've got to balance the energy expenditure and intake. So if you still want those things, you can. But I would recommend having maybe have like avocado on toast with 2 eggs or egg whites. That would be good with egg whites. one day. And another day you have full eggs and some salmon. Or you have salmon one day with no eggs and no avocado. Like change it up so you've got the fats and now you get the healthy foods, but not all at once. And if you want on a weekend, you want all those three things, fine. But don't have them every day. So you think you're eating healthy, but actually you're just overeating. The nuts that you're snacking on instead of the chocolate bar, probably more calories. Like all of these things, they are healthy, but calories still count. Calories are still king. And you've also been conditioned to, when people say like, I'm eating well or I'm eating healthy, I'm on a diet, you've been so conditioned to eat less and not fuel properly that you feel bad when you are overeating or eating anything you like think you shouldn't. So for example, maybe Weight Watchers told you, or Slim World told you could eat as much pasta as you want. And in reality, you look and you think, this doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense. How is this? How is this? Right? You need to be able to understand it. You think that 1,200 calories is the right answer because MyFitnessPal told you to. And so many people have lost weight on 1,200 calories. How many of those people have regained it back? How many of those people built muscle at the same time? It's not just about the calories. It's not whether foods are good or bad. It's about having the right balance and having the understanding to make the blueprint and the framework that is meant for your body, not anybody else's. Super important that you have an individualized, tailored approach. And then the last thing is you keep falling off track. Faye, this is it. It's summer. Summer's in a few weeks' time. I am losing the weight. I'm serious this time. And I'm like, yeah, you've said that for the last 3 years, but okay. Sure. Yeah, let's do it this year. I'm sure you will do it. Yeah. Come back to me in 6 months and tell me next summer will be the one. And so many people blame their hormones, right? And I'm just gonna get out there. Your hormones are not the problem for the majority of people. There are some things that make it more difficult, some things that are challenging, and whether that's age, whether that's stress, whether that's menopause, whether that's thyroid or insulin resistance or whatever, they make it more challenging. The fact that you're not losing weight is not because of the hormones. It's because of your habits. You still eat like shit, right? You still eat like shit. Your life is not a healthy lifestyle. You're not going for walks. You're not going to bed on time. You're not making sure that you're fueling with protein and vegetables. You're just eating wherever you want, restricting through the day, binging at night, and calling it a diet because you suffered. Or maybe don't binge, but you just suffer through the whole thing. Like, yes, this is the best diet. I suffered, so I should be getting really good results. When you're over 35, that doesn't work. You can't just continue to suffer your way through workouts and diets. You've done this probably for 20 years, right? So probably since you were 15, on and off diets, going to Weight Watchers, seeing your mum pull out her fat in the mirror, telling herself she can't wear these things, and not having memories with her in the pool with you because she was too ashamed to be in a bathing suit. Those things are so conditioned into our brain, and we're so used to believing those things that actually our habits don't align with what we want, but we fall back into our old habits. So old habits of, I'm just gonna start Monday. 1 bottle of wine won't hurt. I've earned this chocolate. I burnt off the pizza that I had last night. Right? I'm being good. These are not healthy habits. Then it's not a healthy lifestyle to have. You need to be doing things that, first of all, build your foundation. Then that makes your hormones, your body, your metabolism work with you so that you can lose weight. Then you work on your nutrition so you feel full, you've got energy, you understand what you're putting into your body and why. Then you've got your workouts, the correct workouts made for you. And then at the top, if we need to, that's then when we look at maybe supplements or extra like little tweaks that we make on top. But the foundation of this triangle starts with your lifestyle, your habits. You need to focus on those before anything else. If you want to suffer and struggle through and you feel like this is an accomplishment, you're in the wrong place. You shouldn't be listening to this, because this podcast is not about who can suffer the most wins, who suffers wins. Like, it's not like that. It is how can we get the best results without suffering, without hating our life, without being on a diet. We want this to be a sustainable thing for the rest of your life, that you're like, I know what works for my body. I don't need to restart diets over and over and over. And now I can start to create memories with my family. I can start feeling healthier. I can start having less brain fog, feel more confident. I can go for those new jobs. I can go for the hikes with friends. I can do all the things that I really want. But it has to come down to little changes that you're willing to make right now. With all that being said, if you found this helpful, I would love to hear from you. I'd like to hear your response. I'd like to hear if you disagree with anything. That's fine too. Love to hear that. But I am pulling together a 6-week shred specifically for women over 35. So if you're over 35 and you're like, I need some help. Like, I've done year after year hating summer because I'm uncomfortable in my clothes. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm always wearing baggy clothes. I can't do the barbecue because I feel guilty about eating food. I always want to cover up. I never go out with my friends. And at the end of every summer, I feel like if only it started sooner. If that is you, you want to build the foundation so your body works with you, not against you. If you want to know the nutrition that your body needs to fuel you and not restrict you, if you want to know the exercises that you need to be doing to make your body a fat burning machine, and maybe some tweaks on the top, maybe you need some supplements, some tweaks, some changes. If you want this pyramid, then I'm going to be teaching it across 6 weeks. You will have your own individual macros. You will know the lifestyle changes that we're all going to be doing together. You will have the workouts that are built for you. You will have the support that you need to get you to where you want to be. I'm still building this out at the minute, okay? So if you want to be on this wait list for a 6-week summer shred specifically for women over 35, that's a mouthful, then message me the word summer right now, and I will put you on the wait list. When I've come up with the details, the final details, I will message you and give you the details. Okay, we're going to limit this. We're not going to have like an open thing where you just click and join. Like, we are going to limit this to the people that we know are the people who will change, not the people that will come back to me in 6 months' time and go, oh, Faye, I wish that was a bad time. So I didn't, but if you do another one, let me know. I have this all the time. And then year after year after year, not just on this, not on this because this is a new project, but on other programs or challenges that we've run in the past. We used to do like free 2-week challenges. We used to do free 10-day, 7-day challenges. And people are like, oh, it's not the right time. And 3 years later, I still see those people complaining that they're overweight and they're trying a new diet. They're trying keto now, or they're trying Mounjaro, or they're going to go on Ozempic. They're trying all this shit. 3 years later, they're still miserable. How much time have you wasted in the last 3 years? How many memories and experiences have you missed out on because it wasn't the right time? It's never the right time. I can tell you this. There has not been a time in my life where for 6 weeks straight, everything's gone perfectly. There's been a holiday, or there's been a wedding, or I've got sick, or I've had to like look after my friend's kids, or like whatever it is. I have had to do those things, and I've learned how to manage my lifestyle and my body around those problems. I didn't miss out on things. I didn't miss out on family barbecues because I was on a diet that I couldn't freaking eat anything apart from salad on. I'm not going to be jabbing myself with a needle because I don't understand how to control my cravings and I'm too stubborn to actually learn about it. I'd rather take an easy way out, the cheater's way, some people will say. And if you are doing that, you also need to be lifting at the same time, right? There's no doubt about it. You need to be on this. And I've seen so many people, I'm not on a tangent now, but I've seen so many people on Ozempic and Mounjaro come off it. Their cravings have hit them like a bus. They do not know how to eat. Their weight comes back, but more because now you've lost muscle during that period and you've gained fat back. The metabolism has slowed down. Like there's so many problems. You need to learn the lifestyle habits first. You speak to any of our clients, that is what we go through. Lifestyle habits first. Nutrition, then workouts. And some of them get these, okay, well, maybe we should try magnesium for this. So we need to work on this holistically. But what I will say is this is a 6-week shred. It's not like any of our other programs. It is a hard and fast kind of like head down, let's go. You do not have to be perfect, but we will be pushing people to get the results because summer's not that long away, right? We're basically here. So it will be starting within the next 2 weeks for sure. So make sure you message me with the word summer and I can get those details across to you when I finalize them. So that is it. Hopefully you found this helpful. Let me know if you're interested, who's fired up, who's amped up, ready for this challenge, 6-week shred challenge. And feel free to share this with people as well. Obviously, this again, one more time, it's only for women over 35 who want to change. Not people who want to complain. Not people that just want to moan and never do anything. That is it. Share this with someone that you think would find it beneficial. The people that do the same, I'm on a diet, I'll start Monday. I can't do that because I'm on a diet. Like, share it with those because those are the people that need to hear this. They need the virtual slap across the face, right? And I will see you next week on another episode of the Hangry and Hormonal podcast. Hey, Jenna. Jenna's like, let's get shred. Yeah. Hey, Sam. Hey, Tony. Hey, Gail. Hey, gang. I'm excited for this. Just grab my phone here. Oh, I'm attached. My phone's attached. There we go. I will be in the Zoom very shortly, guys. I'm just going to tie up this and then I'll be with you. So I'll open the Zoom momentarily. But if you're watching not on Facebook, if you're not a client, I won't see you in the Zoom unless you were a client. But yeah, if you want any information on that, let me know. Drop a message with the word shred. And, with the word summer. I've already forgot my keyword. With the word summer. And I'll get back to you. There you go. See you soon, guys.